Hey, it's the music. That must mean it's time. It's a new day. It's Monday, I think. Time for your daily scrum. Todd, how you doing?
I've been prepared for you to ask me that question, how I'm doing.
Oh, good. What'd you come up
I've
with?
Googled new responses that I can use when people ask me that question. Today's responses, could you ask me again just for the start of it?
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
If I had a tail, I'd wag it.
I would too. If I had a tail, I would wag it. That's good. Okay, Todd. Question today. Does Scrum need generalists or specialists on a Scrum team?
The great debate.
Yeah, right? It is a debate. We actually had that debate today in a PSM course where the argument was, oh, I heard that we can only be generalists, no more specialists. And we thought, ooh, where'd that come from?
Yeah. You know, I saw this somewhere, and I'm taking it from somebody, and I wish I knew who to give credit to it, right? But have you ever owned a Swiss Army knife?
Yes.
It does everything, right? Does it do anything really well?
No. It's a crummy bottle opener. It's not a great wine opener. The knife is kind of dull. Mm-hmm. The nail clippers are decent. The toothpick's kind of flimsy, but it's all there, right?
Yeah. And then it rusts real quick.
Yep.
Right? It becomes unusable. I think that's my stance on it.
Tell me more.
Well, so I think it's really great to have people that are generalists that are capable of doing a lot of things, but not everybody can be.
Yeah.
Right. Like I really think that I really like the way that you described it today, and I'm hoping that you kind of pull that out because I think that really set the tone for it. I think that we can have some people that can do a bunch of different things, but we also need some people that do certain things really, really well.
Yeah. So the idea of generalist versus specialist, I want to change versus to generalist and specialist. I think we need both on Scrum teams. And I use the analogy, I had a procedure done on my lung last year. And I needed and it was a very specific procedure with a very specific issue going on. And spoiler alert, I'm fine. Back to 100% healthy, except for, a fireball to the face earlier this evening, lighting a gas fireplace. But that's a different story. I'm fine. Just my eyebrows and eyelashes are singed. But as far as my lung goes, I'm fine. But I needed a very specific procedure from someone who had very specific knowledge. And we found that person. And so we went and we got the procedure done. But what was interesting was this specialist, this very hyper specialist, had a lot of generalists supporting him. I mean, first of all, he had other specialists, right? The anesthesiologist. There's other people watching my vitals, the nurses, the medical staff, the operation, the OR staff, the surgical assistants. So we had this specialist, but he had generalists, right? There was general surgeons and doctors assisting him just in case something out. His expertise is like a minutia aspect of a lung, but then he had others that were there to watch, was I bleeding out somewhere? He had other generalists assisting. So as a specialist assisted by generalists, assisted by another layer of generalists and some other specialists as well. And it was just a great combination. And that team, regardless of what could have gone really good or really bad in that room, that team was capable of finishing the surgery. And if something went wrong, they were capable of solving it, right? They were not relying on people who may or may not be available in case something bad happened, right? So it was a team of generalists and specialists who came together to make sure that by the end, I would wake up, recover, go home, and it worked beautifully. And I think a Scrum team should work the same way, Todd.
Yeah, and I imagine that those generalists learned something.
Yeah,
right. They were on the standby, but if they're anything, they're asking questions, and the specialists can learn from the generalists.
Well, what was really cool, they had an internist who was a generalist, right? Just a general medical doctor, not just he was they're all very impressive people. And he was studying with this specialist to learn this specialized procedure and treatment and area of the lung. So this generalist was making the transition to specialist. So he was learning that way. I mean, it's just a lot. Everyone learns from each experience. Yeah. And they do a postmortem, not on me. Hopefully I lived, but on the surgery. And so they all kind of learn, they adapt, they change, but they all did it together. And it was really cool to see each person doing their thing and the generals stepping in where needed, and very, very fascinating process.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I couldn't agree. That's why I really like the story that you told, and I felt like that really molded its way well. And so it's anybody out there that is a specialist in any area, you fit. Yeah. Generalists, you do as well. Let's all work together. Let's learn from each other. I think that's maybe the moral of the story of this one, huh?
Yeah, but I also think we need to be open to things outside of our expertise. Like if, let's say I had gone into AFib or something, or DFib or whatever they call it, and the specialist would have jumped up on my and started doing chest compressions. Mm-hmm. Just because his specialty was a very intricate surgery doesn't mean he's not going to do basic medical techniques to save my life. Yep. Right. And so I think that's the other important part too. You could be a super high-end specialist on a back-end technology, but if someone on the front end needs your help and you can jump in and help, you're going to do that. Right. So we are going to be flexible, but we're also going to honor the specialist skills that we bring. Yep. Sound good?
Stay humble out there. Right.
That's right.
Cheers.
All right. I think, Todd, we've covered.
Yeah, I think so.
Check out the socials, right? Let me get the question off the screen. Be sure to check out the socials. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Numbers are going up. We love it. Check out the extra videos we've provided below. Maybe some of them will help. Leave your comments. What do you think about this topic? Generalist, specialist, and or versus what should be there? What's your experience? We'd love to know. Leave us a question. Maybe we'll answer on a future episode of Your Daily Scrum. But for now, I'm Brian Ripley. That's Todd Miller. And you know what? Just have a great day.
Yeah. See ya.